Hello, good afternoon. I'm Yovita Sabarina Sitepu. On behalf of my team, Hendra Harahap and Februari Trimurni, I would like to present our paper. The title is Digital Literacy of Social Media Users in Medan City in Facing Hoax. First of all, I would like to thank you, the committee of this conference, for providing our information to us and make this conference available for us in Indonesia. Okay, now I will start my presentation. Nowadays, social media is the most used digital media platform. YouTube is one of the biggest user, and then follow with WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. In January 2020, We Are Social released their data about user in social media. There are 160 million active users of social media. 99% of them utilize smartphones for access the internet. In Indonesia, in 2060 election, a lot of information received and disseminated by Indonesian people. Untrue, inaccurate, unverified information is called hoax. Hoax covers misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. Social media is the most effective digital platform in spreading hoax. As print and broadcast media, using digital media also requires its own skill or digital literacy. The concept of digital literacy combines the concept of media literacy, computer literacy, and information literacy. The purposes of this research are to describe the level of knowledge of social media users in Medan City regarding hoaxes, to describe the process of spreading hoaxes among social media users in Medan City, and the last, to classify the types of hoaxes received and spread by social media users in Medan City. What is digital literacy? Digital literacy is the awareness, attitude, and ability of individuals in using digital tools and facilities in order to identify, access, manage, integrate, evaluate, analyze, as well as synthesize digital resources, build up new knowledge, create media expressions, and communicate with others. There are 4 competencies of digital literacy according to Tibor Colte. 1. Internet search. The ability to search for information combined with critical thinking to assess the information quality. 2. Hypertext navigation, the ability to direct information with information connected in digital information. 3. Correct assembly of knowledge, the ability of someone to assemble pieces of information obtained from digital media. And 4. Content evaluation, namely assessing the usefulness and relevance the real life, so the process of digital media facilities constructive social action. This research uses survey and the quantitative description methods. The population of the research are the social media user in Medan City. Accidental and purposive sampling technique are used in this research, and there are 250 respondents. X segmentation group based on cohort study, and then resulting in 5 segments. Data was collected through questionnaires, but because of the pandemic, 50% of the questionnaires sent through Google Form. Results of this research. First is about a characteristic of the respondent. About gender, 58% of the respondents are female and 42% are male. And then social media used by the respondent. WhatsApp is the most social media that used by the respondent, and then follow with Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Reasons for using social media. Look for information is the main reason why the respondent use the social media. And then for social interaction. To get acknowledged is the last reason choose by the respondent why they use social media. Okay, we move about frequency and duration of social media use. 30% of the respondent use the social media from 6 to 10 times per day. And then about the duration, 31.2% of the respondents use social media for 4 until 6 hours per day. Definition of hoax. Our respondent knows that hoax is fake news and then provocative news. But when we ask about hoax is inaccurate news, most of them answer incorrect. Also, when we ask about does hoax is news that cornered the government, most of our respondents, about 221, answer incorrect. Okay, how about intensity of receiving hoax? 35.2% of our respondents receive hoax every day. Only 23.2% who said receiving hoax once a month. How about our respondent action when receiving splashy news? 87 of our respondents say they will reprimand the sender. And then 95 of them say they will counter the splashy news if not agree with the content. 225 of our respondents say they won't forward the splashy news. And 92 of them say they will delete the splashy news. 208 of our respondents say they will check the truth of the splashy news. How about reason for forwarding splashy news? 149 of our respondents said they forwarding splashy news because they received the news from trusted person. 142 say they forwarding splashy news because they thought the news is useful. How about types of hoaxes received by our respondent? 201 of our respondents say they receive lottery hoax, and then follow with sociopolitics and government hoaxes. Natural disasters is the last hoax received by our respondent. We also want to know about digital literacy level of our respondent. We ask about whether they do fact-checking splashy news using internet. About 55.6% said they capable of doing fact-checking splashy news using internet. Only 4.8% of our respondents said that they are not capable. In the last questionnaire, we want to know about the knowledge hoax. So we give them about news link that not related to the news content. But it is the same because 61.2% of our respondents answer incorrect. So the conclusion are: 1. Respondents' knowledge about the definition of hoax has been correct for the majority. However, for the part where hoaxes are stated as news that I don't like, news that slanders other people, news that corners the government, inciting or persuading news, the response of respondents were still largely incorrect. 2. Regarding the process of spreading hoax news, when receiving splashy news, respondents forwarded the news because of several reasons, namely, news from trusted people, thought the news to be useful, as well as thought the news to be true. With the high duration and frequency on social media, as well as the admission of the majority of respondents that they receive hoaxes almost every day, thus this condition also supported the process of spreading hoaxes. And the last, the types of hoaxes most frequently received by the respondent in this research, 3 of the highest were namely lottery scam, sociopolitics, government, as well as health. On the hand, hoaxes less chosen by the respondent as the type of hoaxes received, namely natural disasters and traffic accidents. Okay, that's all my presentation about the result of our research. Thank you for your attention. Good afternoon. Bye-bye.